Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I am broadcasting all my own music, all at the username Tiffany TLC Music, except one song that was written for me by my dad, and I'm not going to sing that one today, I don't think. It takes me a second to be able to see who is hopping on. Wow, there are a number of people on Periscope, I think. Hi, Raj Deep. Hey, Mark, how are you? Hey, Wesley, how are you doing today? It's going to take me a second to open the chat thing. I can see, though. Hi, Wesley. Hi, Adam. I can see if you... Molly, so good to see you. Yay. I'm opening up my chat so that if anybody has said anything from any other place, I wouldn't... Oh, sound check's good. Awesome. Hi. Thanks for inviting followers, Wesley. How are you all doing? You have a big favor. What is it? What is it, Adam? See, have you been on before? I don't remember. You've been on a year. Hi. Oh, thanks for inviting followers, Mark. All right. So I think I'm going to start. So my first of all, I didn't even know if I was going to come on this week because Thanksgiving week. But this is a different Thanksgiving week. I'm okay, Molly. How are you? I actually realized over the weekend, I think it was, that I have had connection deprivation syndrome without realizing it. I know this has been awesome, but I found out that a big group of my buddies were going camping, and we have a different sort of a different approach, some of us, to COVID. So I have been like, I'm not going camping until this is better. I'm glad, Molly. And you know, there's just been a little more openness to it. And actually, some of my friends that went hadn't originally been open, but recently I think everybody's starting to kind of fray around the edges and maybe is willing to do more than they had before. Wow, you do your own podcast? You've seen COVID-19, you're on season 2, and now have done 36 so far. Oh, wow, Adam. Well, tell me, where do you broadcast it? I never listened to podcasts. Tell me more about, send me a link or something. Twitter me more information. Direct message me more information. Hi, Roblox girl. I like that. Anchor podcast. Can you send me a link? Hi, Hoot Williams. Maybe I can check it out. I really appreciate you thinking of me to be on a podcast, like an interview or something. Okay, awesome. That would be interesting. Well, thanks, Adam. Have you been on before? Have you watched my replays? I'm sorry if you've been on and I have. Oh, well, you must have been because I'm following you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a bubble. Forgive me. Hi, Hoot. Welcome. Hi, Soul Cries. There are an awfully large number of people on Periscope. If you like the music, I hope you consider following. I'm going to start out with my song. Yeah, so my friends, you're playing Melodica. Is that a band or something? Forgive me, I'm not sure. Thanks for sharing, Adam. Anyway, I realized that I have been letting my efforts to make up for connection deprivation in general. I have been letting them slide too much, and so hearing about my friends camping was just like, it was just, I don't know why, because they've camped before, some of them over the summer, but I was like, no, I'm not. I just COVID, and a lot of my friends also know, but some of them kind of just cracked, you know. Well, one of them and just went along, and I didn't know about it and heard about it, and was like, my family's doing great, but we're all we're connection deprived. We're feeling sad because we're not going to have our normal Thanksgiving with my mom and their grandma, my son's grandma, coming over because COVID. And I just feel like there's more to say on this. I will say more because I think there's a lot of stuff that other people can relate to, and the realizations that I had on this related to COVID and connection and with other people. But I'll intersperse it with the music. So the broadcast title is Music to Take You Places. So let's go. There's one song in particular called The Sun on the Sea. I'd like to go to this beautiful ocean spot that I know. Let's all go, virtually. I close my eyes and breathe in. The salty air delights me. A gal's call invites me. The crash of a wave excites me. A sound like a rain stick, right? I open my eyes to see a billion pebbles glittering as they pour toward the sea, toward the sun on the sea, toward the sea and the sun, toward the sun on the sea, calling to me. Along the shore I slowly walk, feeling each grain of sand, but my eyes are drawn back toward the sea, and all the beams reflecting. A big wave crash, I turn and stare, mesmerized, as if in a trance, overcome by the beauty. I burst forth in dance with the sun on the sea and the sun, with the sun on the sea, dancing with me. Waves spreading over the sand, rows and rows of white silk encrusted with pearly beads, tiny bubbles glistening. A big wave crashes on the shore, rushes forth to meet me. I stumble back laughing, it licks toes to greet me. Vince, good to see you. The sun on the sea and the sun on the sea, playing with me. Soon I reach the tide pools, teeming with life, green anemone shimmering, starfish clustering. Slow but sure I scale the rock, bare feet, bare hands, mindful each step to the top, to behold the ocean grand, and the sun on the sea and the sun on the sea, dazzling me. Out at sea the rock juts, the wave hits the foam, flies. A waterfall of diamonds pour down, a waterfall of diamonds pour down. A seal swims by without a sound. Soon the sun will go down, a loved one will come around to coax me away from the sparkling sea, while I look back longingly back toward the sun on the sea, toward the sea and the sun, toward the sun on the sea, calling to me, back toward the sun on the sea, toward the sea and the sun, toward the sun on the sea, calling to me, back toward the sun on the sea, toward the sea and the sun, back toward the sun on the sea, calling to me to dance with me, to play with me, to dazzle me. It's where I long to be. Thanks for the beautiful hearts, Vince and Molly. Thank you so much. Yes, I could use some nature. Vince, how are you doing? I was just sharing that I've had a realization that I've kind of hit sort of a cracking point when it comes to connection deprivation. During COVID, just restricting our connections to stay safe and keep other people safe and keep our healthcare system intact and all that. I've been pretty vigilant. My family and I have been pretty vigilant about it, and it kind of has taken its toll. We've tried our best with like broadcasting, and I do a lot of online calls with friends, face calls and things. I try my best, but a bunch of friends kind of either already were okay going camping or just kind of cracked and went camping, and he's doing well, but that's another part of the story actually. Anyway, so when I got really sad, like I just like got up in the middle of the night and was crying. It's kind of like had a mental breakdown. Like, I mean, I don't think it would qualify as that, but it's just really sad. And when I talked to one of my friends and just like was crying on the phone call, just like I had no, like it had been building up, and then it just like cracked, you know? So wake up call for me that I need to be much more vigilant about keeping connection going the best I can during these times, more virtual connection and other things, and just also a lot of self-empathy that this is just hard and there's no way around that. It's not the same. It sucks. Thanksgiving, we're not spending with my mom. We're not having a bunch of people over. Christmas is the same thing. It is hard, especially after already going. It really does, Vince. Thanks for the empathy. It really does. And I didn't realize I was so worn thin until it just took one last thing of like imagining all my friends camping. And then my one friend who I talked to, she bless her, she described in beautiful detail how awesome the camping trip was and how this guy's grown so much and you know this, and it was just like, oh God. I mean, I've been very clear with them that I did not want to go camping. So it wasn't so much about not having inclusion, because I've been very clear, but it was just knowing that it was happening. Part of what's kept me going through all this is the form of connection that comes from shared suffering. Exactly. Oh, I'm glad you're doing that, Vince, but doesn't it suck? You were angry about it yesterday, Molly. Anger, sadness, it's all really understandable. I love this one newscaster who often says it's okay to not be okay right now. It's to be expected to not be okay right now, and you're just doing the best you can, and it's not going to be full okay, and that's to be expected. And so, but I didn't realize, like I said, just how close to the edge I was. I really didn't. And just even talking about it now brings tears to my eyes. It just was so painful. It was not just missing the physical connection with my dear, dear friends, but nature. We've been stuck indoors with our puppy because we've been told by the vets, do not go out Parvo is everywhere, 16 weeks vaccination. So we've literally been stuck in, I hear you, Vince. I know. Let's have a virtual primal scream. Ready? Ah! Ah! God. Seriously, it's so freaking hard. And here's the catch. It's more important than ever. Right when we're at the end, wah, I like wah too, wah. I don't like it. We can all have our own little private tantrums. How about? We're all afraid, and yet the healthcare people tell us, the infectious disease experts say, don't let your vigilance down now. This is the most important time ever. We're already so worn down, and it's so hard to have the holidays be it's like running what you thought was going to be a sprint and it turns into a marathon, or something. Like you didn't think the marathon would be this long, or I don't know what. Even if you did think it, you just didn't pace yourself right. Turns out the hardest part is at the end, and you're already so worn out. Plus the curfew, Vince, because you're in my state. Now, that doesn't affect me much, but I know it affects a lot of people. Were you somebody who would normally have been out after 10? Hi, Felipe. I'm never out, period. And that's part of why I'm going out of my mind. Carrie, we were all just commiserating and having a joint primal tantrum scream about social distancing during the holidays, and I kind of hit a connection deprivation crisis and broke down in tears in the middle of the night this week. So we were just debriefing all that. I know. And so Molly, it's interesting you say that, because what I realized after my kind of semi-breakdown was, again, I kind of alluded to this earlier, but there's literal connection, which is great, and we're all missing it. But there's also the connection that comes from shared reality, shared effort to suppress this virus, shared sacrifice. And thanks, Carrie. And we all know people who are different, let's say, in how they're handling COVID, from the one extreme to the other, right? And it's painful to have that disconnect too, of not being all on the same page, where we're all 99% of us are just we're all in this together. It's shared suffering, it's shared sacrifice, and we at least have that connection of knowing we're all pulling our hardest to get through this with the fewest deaths. And I know there are good reasons for it. People either don't have the right information, or there's all kinds of understandable reasons, but it's still yet another disconnect. There are people who don't believe it's serious. I have friends who believe it's serious, but they have a different sense of how to analyze the risks. Like I have a friend who said, well, I decided to drive in the car with this other friend without a mask all the way to the 7-hour drive to the camp spot, because I had figured I had taken some risks before and I hadn't gotten sick. That's a very common brain psychological thing that happens with risk and statistics. We think if we rolled that dice 5 times and it was a 5 every time, maybe we're just destined to get 5s and we're never going to get a 6. It is, Vince, so true. But not in the same way, right? I think we're all suffering, but some people are suffering because they're really pissed off about, government trying to help quell the virus, but they might believe trying to take their rights or whatever, and very upset for that reason. Nobody's happy. No matter what your stance is, everybody is suffering in one way or another. And I think we're all suffering from a lack of shared reality and shared reality. And for those of us who are really working hard to keep our distance and stay away from gatherings, it's like shared suffering. I mean, it was so painful to hear about my friends doing this thing that I would just have given my eye teeth to be a part of. I so need it. Oh my God. And yet I'm determined to me, it's not in alignment with my values when healthcare workers are crying out in suffering pain. They're begging us to stay home. They're working 24/7. They're having a breakdown every day. The ICUs are surging and overwhelmed. I cannot live with myself if I'm not doing everything I can do, you know? No, really, Vince? No. Exactly. That's a good point, Molly. Yes, we're doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for other people. We're doing it for the sustainability of our healthcare system. And we're realizing that, yes, it is an inconvenience, but nothing compared with the inconvenience of dying or being on a respirator or knowing other people are, or knowing that a hospital is overwhelmed. And I understand, I really understand that reasonable people can come to different conclusions for all number of reasons. But it's still painful to not have shared reality about this. Right. Oh gosh, I didn't know that. Are you type 1? My niece is type 1 diabetic. Wow. That's a hard thing, Molly. Separate topic. That's a really hard thing. I'm so glad you're being super safe. My niece is as well. Oh, that's a hard thing. She's had that's a rough row to hoe, even without COVID. Hi, Ollie. Yes, they are. And I think I saw this terribly sad article in The Atlantic called, you know, does anyone care, or no one cares about us, or no one thinks about us? And I thought, you know, it's true. All the memes you see are like, I don't think it's a risk, or it's all about me or my loved ones, or I'll survive it. And it's like, yeah, but what if you take up a hospital bed on your way to surviving, you know? There are people that are just, if you watch the healthcare workers being interviewed, it is like trauma they're never gonna overcome. It's so traumatic. Imagine just watching person after person die without their loved ones there. So painful. Hey. Hi, George. How's it going? We were just debriefing about hitting bottom on COVID, and it's hard to repeat. I don't want to go over it for people who've heard it, but we were having like a joint primal scream, and that is, good for you for eating right. That's hard. That's really hard. And you're on top of your insulin and your blood sugar. That's so great. That's the key, you know. What a painful thing. How old were you, if you feel like sharing, when you found out? My niece was just like 1 year old. Anyway, let's do another song. Maybe let's do One Candle. Well, Vince, I want to say on that, I'm feeling so grateful for the not one but two very promising vaccines, and I've seen health experts that I really trust really feel very encouraged about the two vaccines that are coming along so well. We'll see. There's a little bit more to get through. Exactly, Molly. Exactly. That's really what I think about, especially right now where we're like almost 200,000 cases a day. Just think about that. Think about when it wasn't that long ago that it was 10,000 cases, then 40,000. was like, oh my God, so much more than Europeans. And then it was 80, and the next thing I know, we're up to like 200,000. 1.5, similar thing then. Hey, David, the whole gang's here. Good to see you, David. Thanks for sharing. I had to come on because I recently realized, yes, well, I just hope they do all the safety analyses correctly. I'm a little concerned about that with this current administration, but I trust that that we'll get a good double check once the next one's in, at least. I'm fearful it might be another way. Well, there is right now. I mean, right now we're in it, right, Vince? It's just straight up. The graphs are just straight up. And it's only probably going to get worse with the holidays. I'm sure we all know people who are gathering anyway. That's a whole other topic. Right? At least, right, Molly? Because, well, when did we first start quarantining? Anyway, I don't know. But it's now like 200,000 a day. And I remember for so long it was 40,000 a day, and people were just horrified about that. It was so much higher than any other place. Anyway, let's do another song and we can talk on the other side. Let's do One Candle. Corey, we just have a different perspective on that, but that's cool. All right, let's do one candle to help us get through the challenges. Oh, well, did you message me, George? Message me on Twitter. Did you already message me and I missed it? Okay. All right, let's do one candle. It's funny, Corey, because one thing that we both could probably relate to is one of the things I talked to was about how we're all suffering from, a lot of us are suffering from a lack of connection. For those of us who have been doing the quarantining, we're not connecting as much. But even for those who haven't been, all of us as a society, we don't have the connection that comes from shared reality, you know? We don't have, what are sniffers? We don't have the connection that comes from having a shared understanding of what's going on in the world. That's painful for everybody, whether you're anti-mask or pro-mask or whatever. All right, Corey. All right, we're just gonna do another song. I hesitate because I really don't like to have misinformation on my broadcast like that, to that level. But let's go ahead and do one candle, and I'd ask just maybe try to steer clear of topics where you know there's just so much okay. All right, Corey, that's cool. All right, let's do one candle. This is about getting through hard times. One candle. Oh, I like that. Did I do something wrong? I did something wrong. No capo. Try it again. There we go. When you one short candle in your hands and its flame is slim and it's flickering, when the clouds are thick and the moon is thin and your sight is dim, come to me, oh come to me, let us stand as one, lift our candles up together, no brighter than the sun. Thanks, Corey. We'll make our way through the night, holding hands warm and tight. More will join as we go, step by step, however slow. So come to me, oh come to me, let us stand as one, lift our candles up together, no brighter than the sun. To navigate, we'll collaborate, not engage in hate, commit to share one thing, going peacefully with empathy, integrity, inclusivity. So come to me, oh come to me, let us stand as one, lift our candles up together, no brighter than the sun. Oh, David, yuck. We let science guide, set the unprovable aside, keep open minds, see what we find. We look inside, see where bias hides, expose it to light, invite it to take flight. So come to me, oh come to me, let us stand as one, lift our candles up together now, brighter than the sun. You're welcome, Vince. It may take time, now and then we'll fall, but someday we'll reach our goals. Safety, equality, opportunity for all humanity. So come to me, oh come to me, let us stand goes up. Together, together now, brighter than the sun. Yes, let's get through this one step at a time. 37, what is that in Fahrenheit, David? I always do Fahrenheit. We always do Fahrenheit here, so I'm not a quick translate. Thanks, Vince. I love the little candle emoticons. Wow. Just such an intense topic that we were talking about, connection and how much in short supply that's been. I really didn't, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe doing everybody's in a circle, because that's sort of about finding connection even when it's, you go by Celsius, right? Celsius degrees versus Fahrenheit degrees. 37, what is 37? I'm sure I could find that out very easily. What is 37? 37 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit is, okay, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's hot. And do you guys have humidity? Yeah, that's pretty hot. Oh. Thanks, Vince. Yes, 98.6 degrees. That's hot. Well, it depends. It's especially hot if it's humid. Is it humid? Hi, Andrea. We deal with that kind of temp frequently here in the summer, but it's not humid at all, so that helps. So I was thinking, well, you know what? I think I'll do a reason why it is humid. Oh, no. 37 degrees Fahrenheit, right, Molly? Not 37 degrees Celsius, so that's a hell of a lot colder. Oh, we named him George. Have you seen a picture? You've seen a picture, I think. George. It's George. There he is. Oh, Molly, that sounds lovely cozy. George. I also call him Porgy. Puppy! Isn't he so cute? He's super cute. This picture does not even begin to capture how cute he is. His ears take up way more space on his face than this suggests. They seem longer and they cover half his face, so he's just super cute. All right, guys, let's do a reason why. Right? He looks kind of serious, Vince, don't you think? In that he looks very kind of, yeah, I almost wonder what's going on. We didn't take this picture, and he looks very serious, but he actually, when he looks at you, he almost always is tilting his head kind of in a cute way, like, And so he wasn't tilting his head in this picture, but still, he's still pretty cute. But yeah, I agree. I don't know how they made them sit so still, and I wonder about that. Because they were little puppies. I don't know how they got them to sit like that. They had each one in a picture like sitting. I was like, how did you get them to do that? They're still adorable, I know. Well, I'm going to update. I'm going to try my best to get some current pictures in here. It is a goal of mine. So that, because that one was 6 weeks, and he's now 11 weeks. All right, so let's do a reason why. He looks like he didn't get his good boy treat. Yeah, right? So let's do a reason why. This is a looping song. He is a handful. Funny you should ask, Vince. He is a lot of work. It's like having a new baby. It is like having a new baby. Everybody be quiet when the baby's napping. It's like having a new baby that's not wearing diapers, because you have to be aware of when that baby might pee and then take it outside. So it's a lot of work. There's been some tears even over just the overwhelm in our household. I think we're gonna ride. I think we're not. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through. He is not. They can't even control their bladder apparently until between 4 and 6 months, and he's 11 weeks. So unfortunately, we have a ways to go. That said, he seems to sleep through the night pretty well. He's pretty happy because he gets to sleep with us, so So that might be part of it, but it shouldn't even be possible for him to sleep through the night. So we're not sure how that's working, but pretty much seems to be working. I mean, there have been some accidents, but they've been like in the morning, you know. He's not howling. He does sometimes bark to get our cat to play with him, but there's so many things to be grateful for with him, but he's hard in certain ways. He loves to chew my son's feet, and we've tried all kinds of things. For some reason, it's my son that gets that. He also thinks that maybe my son is a girl puppy that maybe he should mate with. My son's legs. We don't know why. So there are challenges for sure. Anyway, all right, let's do this song. Well, I can't. Okay, here we go. We have so many chew toys, Vince, but sometimes nothing will do but what it is that he has in mind. And it's tough. It's tough. They are known for chewing, right? So it's like, you know, and Molly, I know about the ice thing. He has not liked that so far. So I don't know. Anyway, we're learning every day. Time for neutering, right? Well, they said 6 months is the earliest, and the vet said she recommended later with a breed that has any golden retriever in it, because a big long-term study shows bone loss when you neuter too early. But yeah, that'll help a lot, I've been told, once he's neutered. Yes, he has bitten some shoes. He hasn't ruined them yet, so. All right, so this is a song about having a purpose, which I think is really important right now. And it could just be your family, you know, having a reason to keep going. Kong toys. I wonder if we have some of those. What are Kong toys? I wonder if we have some. We got some at Costco. Vince knows about Costco because he works there. But I don't know if they were Kong. They were like kind of stuffed animals, super resilient stuffed animals. By the way, if you are new, Periscope, Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube, and you like the music, I hope you consider following and coming on live when you can, replay when you must. Let's do this song. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad, Vince, right? That's it. We need to find gratitude. It's Thanksgiving almost. Think of the Kong brand of dog toy. I wonder if I got that. Oh, more of a harder toy. I'll check it out. Kong. Okay. Okay, here we go. I am going to do this. So this is going to require my focus. So I'll check back on the other side for comments, because if I focus on comments, I will lose my focus too much to be able to do the song. So let's see. Let me get the key for the song. Hey, Dazzle, how are you doing? What's your plans for Thanksgiving? We were all sad because we're complaining about how we're mostly going to be alone with our families. My dog went through so many tennis balls. Yeah, totally. Time to zone out and sing. Okay, no thanks. All right, I agree. Let's do it. Just got to get the... Ooh. Well, Dazzle, I will tell you more on the other side. Connection deprivation in a phrase, realizing that I've really kind of hit bottom on so much deprivation of connecting with other people. So one of the reasons to be here. Ooh, all right, here we go. Ooh, 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 play the tracks. All right. All right. Here we go. Survivors nowhere when you're going through hell. You need a reason why. Yeah, to reach the other side might not be enough when the going gets really tough. But to even try, yeah, you need a reason why. Yeah, you need a reason why. At times just to survive, but suddenly to thrive. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a purpose in life if you really want to fly. But even just to get by, so try to find a reason why. Could be one or two, could be 3 or 4, could be even more. Whatever lights your life, one might be your family, a hope for humanity, a career or hobby, or just the little joys in life you see. But you need a reason why, at times just to survive, but suddenly to thrive. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a purpose in life if you really want to fly. But even just to get by, so try to find a reason why. The best reasons why sweep you off your feet, and if you hold on tightly, they crowd out anxiety, fill you with positivity, are nearly irresistible, so fulfilling and meaningful, make problems seem small. So you need a reason why, at times just to survive, but suddenly to thrive. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a purpose in life if you really want to fly, but even just to get by. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a reason why. At times just to survive, but suddenly to thrive. So try to find a reason why. Yeah, you need a purpose in life if you really want to fly, but even just to get by. So try to find a reason why. Yes, we need a purpose. I like the idea of it being, thank you. I'm in honor of you guys, in awe of you guys. I did, Carrie. I did hear that right before I got on. Ah! And Michigan certified. Ooh. Thank you. We're on our way, I hope. I just want stability. You know, yes. God, I tell you, I just really have had such a hard 4 years. I'm sure nobody here can relate. I'm so needing for it to be done. Thank you, Dazzle. That's very sweet. Thank you. I loved all those awesome emoticons too. Vince, that was a cute one of somebody singing. Gosh, to think I almost didn't. Thanks, Vince. I'm not sure if you've heard that one or not. Hi, Adam Mialvez. Vibration Station, welcome. Anyone new, I hope you like the music. I hope if you do that you follow wherever you are watching, and also follow on Twitter. Exactly, Molly. Every day. It was like, what traumatic thing happened today? Every day. You know, you would go weeks during a typical administration and not even know what was going on with the president. That's just not been the way it is. It's been so, I have been so traumatized, and I've just my activism has just been like, I've just been working nonstop since that day. The day after that election, I wrote the song One Candle, and I've been going nonstop ever since. Hi, Maniac. Oh, wow. I had not heard that. Oh, boy. I do think some of those things that he's facing afterwards has been part of his motivation. I'm not a fan of punishment. Actually, I'm not a fan of our criminal justice system. But I am guessing a lot of what he's coming up against and might come to him has also been part of what's motivated him to push back on this result so hard. Big shock. Big shock. Thank you, Vince. Please follow at Tiffany TLC Music. That's very sweet, Vince. Thank you. That's very sweet. Anyway, so what can we do? Let's end on Everybody's in a Circle. And that's another song. So the connection, I don't know. I think I don't know if everybody, I think everybody on here has heard something about the connection deprivation syndrome. Thank you, Vince. Aw. It is mutual, entirely mutual. Entirely mutual. Now more than ever, we need each other. These remote connections are so important. Thank you. That means a lot, guys. All right, let's do Everybody's in a Circle. And this is a song about whether you're lonely or whether you're just like, maybe you're thinking about being social in a particular setting and you're unsure of yourself or something. But I think right now it's maybe most applicable for people who are just suffering from lack of connection with other people or lack of sufficient connection during these COVID times. Where the heck is it? Oh, thanks, Vince. I'm so honored. I'm so glad. I hope I'll always be able to come on. Well, not always until the end of time, of course, but, for a long, long, long time. I can't imagine giving this up. It's just too perfect of a thing. Who knows? You never know what life will bring, but... All right. Oh my gosh, we're all just going to burst into tears. So I'm not usually a big fan. Well, I don't know. Over the years, Dolly Parton, I'm not a country music fan, but we saw an interview of her. She wrote a song called When Things Are Good Again. I invite people to check it out. I haven't heard the whole thing, but I saw snippets and heard snippets of the video and the song. Very, very on. Thanks, David. All right. So Everybody's in a Circle. This will be it for today. I'm guessing how things have gone today that I'll probably also be on tomorrow and the next day, but then I won't be on Thanksgiving, I'm quite sure. And I probably won't be on Friday either. So happy Thanksgiving in advance, or the happiest you can have if I don't see you between now and then. Let's get this actually a little bit lower. If you fear you won't fit in to a circle you want to be in, if the light from the nearest sun is much too dim, if you're lonely, look around and realize that. Wow, Carrie. Everybody's in a circle, everybody is a sun. You yourself are a sun, shine your light on everyone. You're already in the circle, you yourself are a sunlight, shines through you to everyone. You don't need another sun to get light and love from. When the sun is in you, they shine right through you, so you can feel warm all of the time. Because everybody's in a circle, everybody is a sun. You yourself are a sun, shine your light on everyone. You're already in the circle, you yourself are a sunlight, shines through you to everyone. Now there is no center of the universe. There is no one sun to which everyone circle, gather round. Your circle might be small, it might contain no person at all. Imaginary friends, a spider on the wall. But when your love is shining through you, it'll do for now that everybody's in a circle, everybody is a sun. You yourself are the sun, shine your light on everyone. You're already in the circle, you yourself are a sunlight, shines through you, everyone. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Everybody's in a circle, everybody is a sun. You yourself are a sunshine, your light on everyone. You're already in a circle, you yourself are a sunlight, shines through you, everyone. Everybody's in a circle, everybody is a sun. You're already in a circle, you yourself, you are a sun. Let your light shine through you to everyone. Thanks, Vince. Let your light shine through you to everyone. Let your light shine through you to everyone. Oh, thank you so much, guys. The hearts and all the love. Thanks, David, for always your sweet comments. Thank you, guys. Boy, I'm so grateful for you all. Thanks for being with me. I hope you have something akin to a happy-ish Thanksgiving planned and a safe one. And I hope to come on tomorrow and the next day as well, because I think we all need it. I know I do. I know I do. All right, I see much typing. What else can I say? I normally come on weekdays between 5 and... I try to come on between 5:30 and 6:15 Pacific time, often late. You're welcome. Thank you. You hope this Thanksgiving will not be rough or lousy. I think you mean... I'm sure... I don't think you meant will be rough or lousy. It will be somewhat... It's okay. It's okay. I know, Carrie, you're set. You are set. See, we have this huge living room, and we normally, like last year, we had like almost 20 people, or about 18 people over. Not this year. So we'll be missing that, but more importantly, we'll be missing my mom, who comes over for usually about 5 days. You know, we do Thanksgiving, we decorate the Christmas tree the next day, we do puzzles, we watch movies. Same thing at Christmas. Not this time. I'm determined to keep her safe and us safe. Hi, Sky, how are you doing? Good to see you there on Facebook. I am, and we also have a call every Wednesday as well. And we are going to do a Zoom. We are going to do a Zoom Thanksgiving with my mom and my aunt and her partner, and we're going to do all that on Thanksgiving. But it's definitely not the same. That will actually be not too horribly different. I mean, it will. It will. It's not going to be the same, but it'll be closer than, like, you can't really on Zoom hang out all day and watch movies and do puzzles. Like, you know what I mean? Those days will not, it just won't be the same, you know? And we'll do our best, and we're just going to try to, you know, guys, I'm just thrilled that we have really good vaccines on the horizon, because I don't know how many years I could do this. I really don't know. I mean, I'd like to think I could just keep on for years, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I could. I know some really good friends who have just cracked, you know. I'm right there. I'm right there. But just remember, I hope next year will be, and we have good reason to think it very well could be. I don't want to be 100% confident yet, but it's looking pretty good. But what hell 2020 has been, my friends. What hell, really. Did anybody think that when they celebrated New Year's Eve? 2020, woo woo. Wow, what a year, what a year. Total hell. Thank you, Vince. Total hell. Commiseration helps. So whenever you think you're missing connection, think about other kinds of connection. Shared reality, shared commiseration, shared suffering, shared effort. I hope so, David. I hope so, David. I really hope so. Yes, I know. Who wrote that about? I know. I heard that as well, Molly. There's going to be a lot for us to learn. Hopefully the messaging will be a lot better and we'll all understand what we need to do and not do once the vaccines are, if and when the vaccines are out, because it's not as simple as just pop a shot and you're all good, as I understand it. But I'm hoping that next year, this time, we can gather, I know. I want to move to 2021. Me too. God, geez, really hard. I'm glad to be sharing this challenging year with you guys and gals and people. It really helps a lot. So thanks for being with me, Vince, David, Molly, Carrie, Sky. I know I'm missing people because there's a lot more people than that on, but I can't see everybody's. We made to go the way of the Japanese and wear masks year round. I think that is true. They kind of do a lot in some, I don't know if it's in Japan. Thank you, Vince. He is a wonderful dog. He's just a puppy, and that's the way puppies are. It's just hard. Being a puppy is challenging. But that's okay. We love him. All right, guys, take care. Mwah! Have a good one. Hope to see you tomorrow, or, if you can, whatever. At some point before Thanksgiving, hopefully. Bye. Bye. Oh, I see more typing. Bye. Bye.